Okay, moving along, 2-point plays. Okay. When you're talking 2-point plays, biggest thing is you need to communicate the intention to go for two before the drive starts. Okay. This helps the play caller, this helps the offense, this helps everyone, and even the players. Like, hey, we're about to go for two if we score right here. Okay. So communicate that intention before the drive. If we're talking about it during the touchdown, okay, it's going to be a little crazy down there. Okay. So the earlier we can decide we're going for two, the better. Okay. This is a big piece. Practice post touchdown mechanics. Okay. I've actually been in a game where we wanted to go for two, and one of our starting receivers, after a touchdown, went to the bench. Okay. And he's sitting on the bench, and we're trying to go for two out there. Okay. So make sure, okay, everyone pretty much just holds up a one or two after a touchdown. Okay. You got to actually practice that at one point during the season or preseason. Okay. One thing that we've talked about here that I think some teams do and that I think is a good idea is to have a menu of 2-point plays that carry the entire season. Okay. So maybe not necessarily changing the 2-point plays every single week, but having, 10 or 12 plays that you really like down there against any defense that you can carry the entire year. Okay. Because especially the way the college game is right now, you may need that many. And we'll talk about that in a second as well. Okay. And then once you get down there in the 2-point play range, you want the ball in your best player's hands, whether that's fading up a receiver. If you've got a stud running back, finding a way to get it in his hands. If you feel really good about your quarterback, giving him different decisions, whether he can run the ball in or throw the ball, etc. Like I talked about earlier, you've got to be ready to carry a ton of 2-point plays in the way the college game is now because they changed the overtime rules. Okay. This past season, Illinois and Penn State went into a 9 overtime game. Both teams had to run 7 2-point plays, which is pretty crazy. You got a chance to go back and look at that game on YouTube, just the highlights. It's pretty entertaining. So wild game and something that everyone has to prepare for. No one really thinks they're going to be in a 9 overtime game, but it can happen.